Struggling with debt? Bills, loans, credit cards? Need a way out? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. Free, impartial advice on all your debt matters.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV in association with MTK Global via Zoom. I'm joined by Umar Sadiq, somewhere just near Moscow. I wouldn't thought I'd be saying that anytime soon, Umar. You've landed yourself a huge fight against Fedor Chudinov. How did this come around? Who sorted this out for you?
First of all, I'd like to say I am tuning in from Russia with love. This is the custom here. I've taken it like my second home now. I'm falling in love with this place, and as you can see, I'm fully becoming accustomed to the traditions of the Russian people. This fight came about. No one arranged it for me, really. I just got a phone call asking if I'd do it, and I was like, yeah. And then, from then it was just a matter of, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and then here I am.
Okay, so when did you get out there, and how's it been? I went out to Russia with Anthony Yard for his fight with Kovalev, and we had so many things before. It's going to be so much dodgy things going on, and it couldn't have been a more simpler fight week out there in Russia.
That's I've had the same thing. So I had a lot. I still get people till today going, "Oh, be careful. They're going to try this, that, and the other." Without trying to, I'd avoid saying things specifically because that's not been my experience, and I'd want to avoid perpetuating more stereotypes. But I've had people reach out and say, "Oh, make sure you check out for this, make sure you look out for that." And it's like, well, considering this is literally my job, and I've got two coaches whose job it is to prepare me, chances are we've thought about these things. But thank you for letting us know anyway. Either way, we've come prepared for all the things, and so far it's been smooth. It's been brilliant, and I can't say it's brilliant the whole way through because we're getting to the bit that matters now. Tomorrow we've got the weigh-in / press conference, and then the day after is the fight. So let's see how those go. But today's Wednesday. I've been here since Monday evening, and so far so good. It's been smooth. Russian people are really nice. They really are. I've always thought that anyway myself because I travel a lot and I meet a lot of Russian people, plus in London. And they're usually very nice people. But Western media, you read that Russia's this, it's this place you should never go to, and the people are the worst people ever. And then my experience has always been different. I've had arguments with people about it actually, and then I've come here and everyone's shown me nothing but love and my team. So I'm just like, what's all those? Anyway, I love Russia. Any Russians love watching this? I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. I'm enjoying myself here. Thank you for having me.
I agree on personal experience. Russian people are some of the nicest people I've met, which is hard to some people, like they just don't understand it. Anyways, when did you get out there, Umar? What, Wednesday the 9th today? When did you get out to Russia?
So Monday the 7th. The evening of Monday the 7th we landed, and then we did have to change our hotels though. The hotel that they booked for us, it was all right, don't get me wrong, and it was not even a case of being bougie or anything, but I mean it wasn't the greatest of hotels, and we just arrived and the hotel was literally as close to being under a carriageway as it could be. That there was a bridge of a carriageway that curved round and just like curved pretty much into the premises of the hotel and back out. And it was just like, no, I ain't gonna get any sleep here, so we can't stay. So we've moved. We're in a different hotel. It's nice, and I think my phone's slipping. Here we go. Yeah, so yeah, it's good, man. So Monday evening is when we got here. I personally would like to have been here Saturday, but the whole visa situation took a bit of time. COVID tests as well. You got to wait for the results. There've been quite a few hurdles to get over to get out here. With the current climate, with COVID restrictions and stuff. But it's cool.
You only announced it on your Instagram recently. How long had you known about this potential fight with Chudinov?
The first time it was muted to me was 3.5 weeks ago. But then we never really came to an agreement until about a week and a half ago. And even then, I was waiting for things in writing and you know, things that made it concrete before I went ahead and announced. And of course, it leaked out a bit because there were a few people that, you know, made some comments. I was getting tagged in things, and I just never engaged with any of it because, for the sake of integrity, unless it's done, I wasn't going to announce it. And I know that a lot of fighters would have jumped on it straight away because clout feels nice for them. But my integrity is more important to me than clout. So I was happy to just sit back, and then when it was finalized, announce it. And if it wasn't, and it fell through, then, you know, it is what it is. Because that was the chance. There was a big chance that it was going to fall through up until about a week ago. You know, so that's the way that goes. So as soon as I literally posted the poster on Sunday, which was the same day that I got the COVID results back, we had our visas done for Friday. And then again, a few things here and there. So Sunday was a day that I knew for sure it was happening. That was the day that I posted it. So even though it was muted to me 4 weeks ago, up until Sunday, I haven't known that the fight is happening for sure.
Just been a great reaction from the comments on your post since you put it out as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, I expected people to like it as a fight, but I've had such love, such, you know, a lot of people giving me credit as well for coming out here and taking the fight. And it's nice to be recognized for what you're doing. For me personally, when I do these things, I take him as, I'm a fighter, he's a fighter. He has a bit of an advantage because it's in his hometown, and should it go to decision, if it's remotely close, you know, then chances are he gets it. But you take that away, I really look at boxing as you have two people, you get in the ring, and so long as the referee lets you have it out, then it's all right. And it doesn't matter where you go. I traveled a lot as an amateur boxing. I travel a lot in my personal life anyway, so traveling doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. And Moscow is only like 4 hours away from London, 2 time zones. When you've been to Costa Rica and Thailand and all of that, 2 hours is nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm calm with it.
Of course, you had a long camp preparing for Lerone Richards. Now, Lerone Richards and Fedor Chudinov couldn't be more opposite end of the spectrum as fighters. Really couldn't. So how's that affected things, Umar?
It's just, I mean, through lockdown, of course, I was training with Lerone Richards in mind, but my whole ethos in boxing is, look, until you think you're a complete fighter, you keep working on being a complete fighter. Then when you add to the fact that I boxed at a high level as an amateur, I had 45 amateur fights. Only 9 of them were novice. So I had 36 elite level amateur fights. Most of my boxing experience has been boxing against elite people who are champions of, you know, a county, a nation, or wherever, and are coming to win. So the reason why I mention that is that when you're fighting in these tournaments, a lot of times you don't know who you're boxing until a couple of days before, and that's lucky if you do. Sometimes you know who you're boxing an hour before you're in the ring. So the late switching opponent for me just feels like, well, at least I've had a few weeks to think about it. Do you know what I mean? So with that being said, I think it's fine, and especially when you look at Fedor Chudinov's style, I mean, he doesn't have too many surprises, does he? He's very tough, his game's durable, he's relentless, and you've got to be fit to be able to cope with him, I think, at the very least, and then add some other bits to that. Again, I stay ready. I'm gifted with natural fitness, really, but I do work hard. So, you know, I'm fine in that respect, and it's just a matter of being dynamic against a fighter who doesn't pose too many surprises. You know what you're going to get, it's just, can you deal with it?
Early setback in your career, obviously against Zach Chellier. Then you had a brilliant win over Cody Davis recently. Very early, though, in your career still. What does a win over someone like Chudinov, who's been at a world-class level for a while now, and also winning the WBA gold, what does that do for you?
Bro, I don't even want to get into it, yeah? Because if I do, I might get carried away too early. But listen, interview me again after I win this fight, and I am going to fucking go for it. I'm going to become the biggest motivational speaker. I'm going to be top motivational Sadiq. the hurdles that I've been through, yeah? And like you said, the early losses actually and whatnot. But it's the way I've come back from it. I'm not trying to pat myself in the back here. Real is real. You know, you guys have seen it. I've maintained self-belief. unwaveringly, and I've continued to take fights that most people wouldn't. Let me rattle off some of the names that I've accepted since my loss to Chelly. Yeah. So I accepted Chelly as my 4th professional fight. Another prospect who at the time had, I think, a 75% KO ratio. Most pros ain't doing that, even after 10 fights. Then after that, hold on, I got someone done. Who is it? Oh shit, hold on. I asked for a spoon and a knife. I'm gonna come back in a sec.
Cool.
He's speaking Russian and that. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
I'm settling in, bro. Settling in. It's my new home. Right. So yeah, back to what I was saying. So since him, I was meant to fight Luke Blackledge. He pulled out a couple 3 days before the fight, saying he was injured or sick. No, he said he was sick. And then 2 weeks later, I saw him boxing someone else. I was supposed to fight Tommy Langford. They turned it down, and then later on, he fought Leron Richards, and then offered him the fight again, and he said he was retired. But then recently, I saw a post saying that he's going to be fighting someone else. I was supposed to fight Willie Hutchinson. He pulled out. Then Cody, fair play to him, stepped in. And then Lerone, dragging his feet, and then a Chudinov fight came up, and I took this. So if you just look at that alone, and mind you, I've only had 11 fights. So if you look at that, anyway, I'm going way off the market. I don't want to get into it because I'll go off. Just let me win this fight first, and I'll go off. But yeah, it'll be massive. It'll be absolutely massive. The short answer is, if you told me even 6 months ago that I was going to be fighting Fedor Chudinov in Russia for the WBA gold, I would have said, I mean, miracles can happen, but let's keep it real. That's what I would have given a response like that, like most people would have. But here I am.
He's racked up a lot of wins recently, notably one of Hassan and Dam as well. Of course, the last loss was against George Groves. Now, we know George Groves is a massive puncher and eventually stopped him. The referee stopped it. But he took some massive blows in that fight. And as you said, points win out in Russia, you really have to win convincingly. So why do you believe you can stop Fedor Chudinov on Friday night?
That'll be giving away their game plan. But I've seen enough things in there that I know I can exploit. And again, tapping into amateur experience, I've boxed people like him in the amateurs, and I've sparred with people like him in boxing gyms. I've actually, when I was training at a gym called the TKO boxing gym in Canning Town for years. It's no longer open. And there used to be some Russians. There was like a Russian group. They used to have the sessions there. And every now and again, I'd spar with them. And they all had very similar styles to Chudinov. And I remember what I was doing with them. That's sparring, fair enough. But, you know, I know enough about how I perform against that style to know that I'm in there with a very good chance of stopping him. And it's just a matter of rising up to the occasion on the day. And really, that's all it comes down to, is rise up to the occasion on the day, and I'll come out a victor.
You said you haven't had a press conference yet, so I'm guessing you haven't actually seen Chudinov yet.
I saw him yesterday. There was a public workout / media day yesterday, but we weren't ever up close. So he was there, and then he got in the ring, and I don't know if it was distraction tactics, but when he was in the ring, I sat to look at him and watch him, and these fellas all came over, started asking for pictures, and as soon as he was done his thing, no one was asking for pictures. I was just like, what the fucking odds of that? And I didn't want to be rude and come off like a diva and be like, oh, hold on, give me 5 minutes, because, Anyway, so, which I should have really, I should be selfish on fight week. But the press conference weren't today because we're the chief support. The headline is this MMA fighter who's fighting Danny Williams, would you imagine, on his debut. Oh. Yeah. So they're heavyweights, obviously. This guy's massive over here. Like, he's quite big over here. So Danny Williams flew in today, Wednesday, which was meant to be the press conference. And I believe the press conference was moved to the same day as the weigh-in because Danny Williams wasn't here in time. So they're saying we're gonna have the press conference and the weigh-in at the same time. I'm just gonna push to get the weigh-in done first before the press conference, and then because obviously they're heavyweights, isn't it? So they're probably not even thinking about it. So we'll get that done tomorrow, and then I'll get an opportunity to be up close with him, get to feel his energy, have a look in his eyes, have a look at him. And yeah, really, I usually just feel the energy. I don't even try to intimidate. I just got to feel the energy, and I know what I've got to know.
How's Adam Hart finding Russia?
He fucking loves it. He's half Russian, isn't he? Well, not half, but he's got Russian in his ancestry. He loves it. He looks Russian anyway. The heavyweight that's fighting Danny Williams looks at Adam's brother. No lie. No lie. You'll see it. They look alike. So anyway, yeah, he's here. We're out today. We went out to Red Square and whatnot. Went out to eat. Yeah, Adam's fucking loving it. He's got one of these as well.
How long you been working with Adam for then?
With Adam, it's more so. Adam's a mate of mine. He's a friend. You know, my strength conditioning is done at his gym as well. PWR Performance, East Tilbury. Shout out. Yeah, just last year when I was sort of writing a recording this, doing my thing. It must have been, I think, April. I think it was April last year. I went to spar a guy that Adam was training at the time, and I sparred him a couple of times. Coincidentally, that guy has a very similar style to Chudinov, and can take a fucking whack. I remember thinking, if you keep coming, I'm gonna whack you. I'm gonna whack you. And he came. I fucking gave it to him, and he just sort of and carried on coming. I thought, fuck. Yeah. So a couple of spars there, and then just ended up speaking boxing with Adam. I thought his instructions to his guy was spot on during the rounds and stuff. And then we just hit it off. So we've been good friends since and been around each other. And obviously this fight came about on short notice. And it was becoming a bit of a headache just sorting things out. And Ads was just like, yo, Umar, just why are you doing this? And I was like, well, you do it then. And he was like, go on then. So this is like, fuck it. So he's out here. So he's helping me out. He's sorting out my logistics and making sure my head's in the game. And he's actually going to do my corner as well. He's going to be one of the people in my corner. So that's brilliant.
How's Vlad?
Vlad's cool. Vlad's cool. He's a personality, isn't he? Have you met him?
He is. I have. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a personality. He looked at me. He went, "Oh, you're so big." I said, "Oh, you look at the stats." And then he said something about the fight, and then he goes, "Anyway, we'll show you your small little island." Or something he said. Yeah, that's what he said in jest. And I was just like, "Well, I'm going to show you how mighty a small island can be." So no, he's good. He's good for banter as well, which is brilliant.
Yeah, Fedor is a small super middleweight, and you're a massive super middleweight. Do you think that could be a key to victory for you?
Yes, so long as I use it properly. Because a lot of times people say being tall is an advantage. I believe it is, so long as you use it properly. So I'm going to have to be disciplined and switched on, because I watch a lot of fights where tall fighters just get pushed around because they don't know how to use it, or maybe they're freezing on that or whatever it is. But I like to think that I'm very good at boxing tall and boxing long. Mixing up on the inside when I've got to, like you guys have seen me do before. And yeah, it's good having to be able to do both. But yeah, I'm very confident that the puzzles I'm going to present to him on fight night, he's going to have to do very, very well to even get his head around them in the first place.
Just lastly, before I let you go, how do fans in the UK watch this fight?
Yo, there's a link. I've been sharing it. I tweeted a link. I've put it on my Instagram story so you can swipe up to get to it. I'm going to do it again. So guys, viewers, get on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, Topboxer Sadiq. Nice plug. And yeah, there's a link. I don't remember what it's called, but I've been sharing the link. It's a free link. What it is it piggybacks off of it's legal, I believe. So because you literally go on the website and then it's just a live stream on the channel. So it piggybacks off the channel that's showing the fight, which is the channel's called REN TV. And this website gives you a live feed, literally. So I believe on Friday at 9 p.m. UK time is when the telecast begins. So Friday, 9 p.m., go on my social medias and you get the link. And then you guys, I guess, can maybe tag it at the bottom of this video as well for people in the description box. No. Let them go on my social media. Let them go over to over Instagram.
but send me the link on WhatsApp. I might as well put it in the description.
Yeah, of course I will.
All right, so Friday night by 8:45, make sure you're hitting that link, and hopefully watch you become a new WBA gold champion and a historic win against Chudinov. All right.
Exactly. Do you know? I've been asking people: has a British fighter ever won a world title in Russia?
I don't know. Yard would have been the first one. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here to do the business. It's a Russian job. Snatch and grab. In on Monday, out on Saturday morning. In on Monday night, out on Saturday morning. Small team because you got to move swift. So just 4 of us in total. We're here to do the business. UK, we repping, B. Nigeria as well. Shout out Nigeria too. I got a green hat for you.
Well, listen, best of luck on Friday night. Do the country proud, and hopefully I'll speak to you after the fight once you're back in the UK and it's on a positive note, all right? But yeah, best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, bro. All the best, and thank you for watching, guys.
Nice one. Top boxer. Speak soon.
Struggling with debt, bills, loans, credit cards. Need a way out? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. Free, impartial advice on all your debt matters.